Welcome back to Talksmackwithmac MMA. I'm here with Daniel Keeper, is a badass motherfucker. You were in Las Vegas, but now you're not. You got a fight coming up April 29th, Cage Wars 52 against Austin Shoop. It's going to be a banger. But before then, I want to talk to you, get to know you a little bit, and appreciate you for getting on my show, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I can't complain whatsoever. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm talking to a badass fighter. So, what is there to complain about?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, so you said that this is your first time doing one of these pods, so hopefully I could bring the motherfucking energy and leave, like some feeling and some like energy towards you and set that bar high for your first podcast. But yeah, man, how you feeling? You got a fight April 29th. This is what 5 months removed from your last fight? 7 months, something like that?
About 7 months.
7 months, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a nice minute. Only thing I've pretty much been doing, I just been in the gym. I'm a gym rat, so I'm always trying to improve and get better.
Yeah.
So I've been in the gym a lot.
How do you feel like you have grown as a fighter? 7 months is a long time. A lot that can be learned. Yeah,
7 months is a long time. So I was over at Extreme Couture Training. Learned a little bit there. Kickboxing, a little grappling, wrestling, working on my jits. But I finally came out here, Massachusetts on the East Coast, finally part of a team and everything. And now it's really just grinding, building relationship with my coaches and everybody, my teammates. And it feels good to actually be a part of a solid team. It's almost like a place to call home, so it feels really good. And man, I'm making leaps. I feel good. I mean, my body beat up, but I feel great, man.
When is your body not beat up? You know what I'm saying? You're literally conditioning your body to beat the shit out of another person. And you're enduring those pains and aches on a daily basis when you're training, when you're going through jiu-jitsu, when you're rolling, when you're wrestling, when you're slammed and getting slammed, when you're punching and getting punched. It's a lot of shit that goes into being a fighter. And I salute you guys. It's hardcore.
Very true. It's very true, man. So I'm looking forward to this fight because in my last fights, I never really was like in the gym really putting in the work that I should have been putting in. I was just all over the place. But like I said, now I have coaches, corners, and I got Jay. That's like my man right there. He's the reason why I came here. So, and yeah, I'm ready to go to war with them for the first time and put everything together. Like, I feel like I have a pretty solid base in everything, somewhat. I still have a lot of improving that I can do, but yeah, I'm looking forward to going out there and smashing the guy, man.
Yeah, I can only imagine how much you have learned and gotten better over the 7 months. Like you said, you have a solid team. I feel like when you have a solid team around you, just, everybody is grinding. Everybody has a similar goal or interest, and you guys are really pushing each other to get to the next level. You're going to evolve, and it's going to be interesting for you to showcase that April 29th.
Yeah, I'm really excited to just get in there, man, and show the work that I've been putting in. The fight is always the easiest part, especially now that I've constantly getting in there. The fight is the easy part. It's just about making sure I put in the work and making sure that I'm fucking leaving the gym dog shit tired and fucking barely able to stand up. Just like, fuck, man. But yeah, I love the grind though. I love the process, getting slammed on my face and all that, man. I'm starting to fall in love with the process. Day by day, it just grows. You got to
be a twisted kind of person to want to fall in love with that type of process.
Yeah,
but
a little bit. You gotta kind of. It's a mental thing for sure. So you gotta have that. I think I gotta switch though. Like, I'm not like an asshole or nothing like that. But yeah, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah, I feel like most fighters aren't assholes. When you're getting punched and kicked in the face for a living, it's like you don't really want to be mean to motherfuckers.
You know what some are assholes, man.
They are. Yeah. I've rolled with a few, mean guys a couple times. That is.
You got the tryhards, the people that want to try to prove themselves. Is like, you here to get better, prove yourself in the moment, man.
Right.
I'm your gym mate. Be a good gym mate and prove yourself over there. In the gym, you're supposed to just grind, man, and push each other. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, for real. Nobody likes an asshole. So you said that you're finally consistently in the gym.
Yeah.
What is your week looking like? How often are you training?
Sometimes 2. On average, it's like twice a day. I get up, I'm lifting now. I never lift before. So Coach Darby, he got me lifting. So I get up at 6 in the morning, go lift for about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. And then after that, go back to the gym later on, work on some boxing, some wrestling and grappling, some jiu-jitsu, and just getting in work with Coach Dan and some of my gym mates. John Beerwett, he fight on the card as well. And Brett Casey, he's in there. I don't know. It's a few people that come to the gym. Yeah, it's cool. I just try to always get in there as much as possible. And I mean, I like just getting better. So I'm always trying to, like I said, I'm a gym rat, man. Yeah. I try to soak it all in, try to be a sponge.
Yeah, man. No, it's fun being in there. You know, every single time for me personally, when I go in there, and I don't fight like y'all fight. I just go in there because I love it, right? Yeah. And I feel like every time I leave, I've learned something, and I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I feel like I'm actually just like, I feel like I level up every time I go in that bitch.
That's how it be, man. You walk out, you be like, man, I learned some new shit. I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to try it. And that's how I am right now. I'm like, I know how to kick a little bit now. I got some little decent kicks. Yeah. My hands a little better. I can grapple a little bit now. I'm like, I can't wait to just like showcase it and just, to the people that support me and believe in me, like my family, friends, the team out here that welcome me out here. Just everybody. I want to show them like, you know, like,
you got it. You're that guy. Man. What type of fighter would you consider yourself?
I would say that, I don't know. I think I got a lot of different mix because of the people that I admire that are fighters. Mm-hmm. So I like being technical. I also like countering. But then when it's time to go, like sometimes you just gotta bite down on the mouth guard and just go too. So
let them motherfuckers fly.
and that's something that I had to really learn. Like, and I learned that when I started being in a boxing gym and I was sparring. It's like, okay, sometimes you just gotta bite down on that mouthpiece and just fucking go. Like, yeah, man. So, and that's how you gotta be like that in your fights. Like, sometimes it's just like, all right, cool, fuck it. It's just
you gotta be that dog.
Yeah, you just gotta be like, okay, here it is.
You know, after you get hit, you know, a few hard times, that you could take it. I feel like it kind of eased those nerves a little bit and allows you to open up a little bit more and go maybe for certain punches or certain combos that you normally wouldn't.
Yeah, that's very true. After you get hit, you start to be like, okay, it's
fuck it.
It's cool. After a while, you get used to it. It's just like, you walk in the gym and you just like, oh, I want to spar with it. I'll be like when I went to Extreme Couture, I met Sean Strickland. I was like, hey, you Sean Strickland? He's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, I want to spar with you, man. I want to dance with you. Like, and I was still recovering from a rib cage injury.
Good for you.
He's like, pro or amateur? I'm like, I'm still an amateur, man, but you know, I want to dance and stuff like that. It didn't end up happening though because Coach Dennis, he was just like, it'd be a dog fight. He was like, you seem like type of guy you like learning and stuff like that. He was like, but if you go with Sean Strickland, it's gonna be a dog fight. So even though I knew he probably would have touched me up, I still wanted to have that dance, you know, just to see where I was at and just learn. I like learning, man. Like I said, I'm a gym rat, so I like learning.
Like Goku. Like Goku in Dragon Ball Z. And it's like, man. Shit, there's Sean Strickland over there. Let me see what he's got.
Yeah, he probably looking at me like, this motherfucker crazy.
I was going to say, man, that's one of them dudes that motherfucker is intimidating. I'm not going to lie.
He actually pretty cool, man. Like,
he seems cool, but he seems like you said, if you're going to spar Sean Strickland,
you better be ready. You better be fucking ready because I seen him, man. He be fucking people up, man. But he's a nice guy. Like, he'd sit down and talk to me after some of my sparring sessions. Like, he'd just be sitting around watching. And, like, he'd give me tips and pointers and stuff. So he's also a really cool guy. He's not, you know, as bad as everybody try to make him out to be or sometimes the image he might give off himself. But he's a pretty cool guy. He's a cool guy. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Sean Strickland, man.
Yeah.
All right, so take us back to day one. How the hell did you even get started with fighting, boxing, wrestling, whatever it may have been?
So me and my brothers, we always grew up like fighting each other and stuff like that. And then we would always play the game. And then when I was like 14, 15, one of my older brothers, he compete right now. He was dating this girl that knew Solomon Hutcherson. And like they end up setting up a meeting at the gym and stuff like that. And I went with him. And he choked my brother out in like 2 seconds. And when I was younger, my brother was like a superhero to me. So when I seen that, I was just like, oh, shit.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. And then he was talking to my brother and stuff. And he was like, man, you a crazy motherfucker. Like, I don't know many people that's getting choked and they's got a smile on their face and stuff like that. And then a few years went by, and then I turned like 18. And then me, my little brother, he's a year younger than me. He fights as well. His name is Peter Keepers. And my older brother, I reached out to the Solomon guy. I went on Facebook. I reached out to him. I was like, hey, Solomon, you remember me? Blah, blah, blah. And then he responded. He's like, hey, yeah, y'all come to the gym. So we went out to the gym, and we just pretty much just went in there and scrapped. And he was like, man, like, y'all some fucking scrappers, blah, blah. Like, y'all don't even train or nothing like that. And then from that point on, I was like, I want to fight. I wanted to see what it was like. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I want to fight. And my first fight, it fell through. I wasn't training. I wasn't in the gym or nothing like that. But me and my brothers, we were always like getting the gloves with each other at the house, go to the yard and just punch on each other and shit. Mm-hmm. So then,
what else do brothers do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So then after that, I finally ended up getting the opportunity. It was on a 3-day notice, but I was like, he called me and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I had to cut 13 pounds in 3 days.
Did you have any experience with weight cutting by then?
No experience in weight cutting, man. It sucked. I mean, he got me through it though, but it sucked. I went into the fight depleted, bro. Like, I felt good until we started going. Then I was like, shit. Like, and then that was it. So that was my very first fight in 2016. And I was like, okay, like, I told him, like, I want to stay active. Mm-hmm. But then he didn't keep me active. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Vegas with my older sister. She's a travel nurse. And I was like, I'm going to pursue music. So I walked away from fighting, no training, no nothing. And then, but I made a promise with my little brother that if I wasn't where I wanted to be with music in 5 years, I would come back and start competing again. Because he's like, bro, you just so natural, blah, blah, blah. Just come back. So eventually came back. I mean, I sat down, had a talk with my mind, everybody. And I was just like, if I'm going to do this, I want to be great, you know? So I understand, like, getting into it, I'll be throwing myself in the fire. That's pretty much what I did last year. I just threw myself in the fire and I was just taking fights without having anything really figured out. But I'm grateful for it, you know. Whether it was a win or a loss, I learned from it. And I became a better fighter, but also a better person after every fight, you know.
And now you got 7 months since the last fight of just straight grinding and getting better.
Yeah, man. So now I'm just like, I'm excited because it's like that 7 months. It's a long time. When you getting in the gym every day and you just grinding, like, and now I'm here and I'm lifting. Like, I've never lifted before. And I was telling the coach the other day, I'm like, I took my shirt off. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling strong. Like, you ain't even been lifting that long. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel
my body just adapted immediately, ready to go. Yeah. But 7 months, say even a hypothetical situation, you got a guy with no jiu-jitsu skill whatsoever, day 0.
Yeah.
7 months, that dude is going to be a completely different type of person on the ground. Not saying, you know, in comparison to like a purple belt or something like that.
I ain't that crazy. But
day 0 and month 7 is a big difference.
Yeah, that's very true, man. So I'm excited, man. Like my last 2 fights, I went against a D2 wrestler and a D1 wrestler. Even though I knew they was gonna grapple heavy and stuff like that, I wanted to challenge myself and stuff like that. So now I actually been working on those things and improving. And like, I'm still just scratching the surface of wrestling and grappling. That shit is deep.
Yeah,
like,
that shit takes
when I got into boxing, man. I'm like, boxing, it's so much to it. And it was real exciting. Then I'm like, getting to wrestling and grappling, I thought it was going to be a little simple. I'm like, shit, it's a lot to this shit too. Like, and it's a grind, but like, you got to love it. Like, you got to find a reason to like be passionate about it. Like, want to get in there. You got to be consistent, because if you're not consistent in it, I feel like you kind of got to make it a way of life, because if you don't, you start to lose your rhythm and stuff like that. Even though body hurt, you might have some swelling going on, some fucking nags and pains, but just got to push through it.
So speaking of pushing through those aches and pains, what are you doing to push through it? What are you doing for recovery?
Me, I try to relax when I can. And when it hurts though, when it's just painful, I just talk to like my coaches, like, and that's one thing I was telling them before I came. Like I was telling Jason, like I always want to make sure like the people that I'm with, I want to be able to communicate with them openly. It's not necessarily me complaining or nothing like that. It's just me letting you know where my body is.
Letting you know exactly how I'm feeling, so
yeah,
we could get
that way
on
when
this
we get
shit.
practice, you know, like if I'm moving a little funny or something like that, you know what's up. You know, I don't want you to think like I'm being lazy or nothing like that, because I always try to give my best whenever I step on the mats. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so when I'm in there and I'm hurting, I just try to push through it, man, because anything can happen in a fight, and you can get an injury right in the middle of a fight. And are you going to quit? Like me, I don't plan on quitting in the middle of a fight. Like my family watching, friends watching. I got people that believe in me, coaches and stuff. They corner me. Like they believe me. I won't quit on them, you know, because they don't quit on me when we in the gym and I'm fucking sore and my arms burning out. Like they come on. So they don't quit on me in the gym. So why would I quit on them out there in the moment, you know? So yeah, man. So I just try to communicate with them, keep open communication with my coaches and everything, and just trust the process. I was talking to one of the guys yesterday. He was like, man, like, you might want to take a day off, because I be in there 7 days a week. I was in there today for 5 hours from 7:20 until like 12, almost 1 o'clock. He's like, man, you got to take time off if your body is hurting. I was just like, yeah. I was like, the only way you really going to see me taking time off, my body got to be like, yeah, you can't move.
Are you like rolling or stretching, doing yoga, ice baths?
I stretch. I probably should start doing some ice baths and shit, but I stretch.
You do yoga?
I rest. I don't do yoga. I want to.
Hey, Hey, as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna shoot you a link to some yoga, man, that I watch on YouTube, and this shit has helped my body, my hips, my psoas, my back, my shoulders, everything, bro.
Yeah,
you need that shit. If you're doing jujitsu and shit, and you're trying to get your legs up and your hamstrings, it's just like, no, bro, we're not doing nothing. You're not gonna be able to, roll the way you want to.
Yeah, that's true, man. I try to drink a lot of water too, and try to keep up on like my nutrition and everything, keep my body right. So I try to take care of that and just relax when I can. Like, and I'll be talking to one of my brothers. I call him Fat Boy. He's a year older than me. He don't fight. But like I'll be talking to him and like we'd be playing Call of Duty, and he'd be like, "Man, why you stop moving?" I'll be like, "Bro, I just want to relax. Like I want to talk to you, spend time with you and stuff like that. But also right now it's downtime, so I just kind of want to relax. I'll be playing lazy as hell." Like,
yeah, no, I feel that. Well, Daniel, you got a fight coming up, bro. Is there anything you want to say to your opponent, to Austin? I know there's usually a lot of respect in the fight game, and it's warranted because you guys are all fucking warriors. But is there any words or anything you would like him to know?
I just want him to work his ass off, honestly, so we can put on the show, so we can have a great dance. Every time I step out there, I always want to put on the show for the people that pay their money, that come out and see it, so I hope he putting in the work that he should be putting in and grinding the way he should, so we can have a great show and it can be fun for everybody to watch and tune in.
Fuck yeah. Well, Austin, like I told you, man, or we were talking before, I'm going to have you on the pod this weekend. It's going to be exciting. But Daniel, it was dope talking to you, brother. If you want to plug anybody, have my people follow you on Instagram or any of your socials, shout outs to your coaches. This your time.
Okay. I do want to give a shout out to my coaches, Coach Darby, Coach Dan, Coach Jason, teammates, John, Brett Casey, Arnaldo, and everybody else too, man, that over at Grit and Gratitude. It's a pretty good team, solid, man. Like, so I give a shout out to them. That's Jason right there. Want to give a shout out to my family, my mom, I love her, love my family, brothers, sisters, and always putting God first. And if you want to follow me on my social media, my Instagram is Play4Keeps100, and Facebook is my name is Daniel Keeper. So, yeah, man.
Perfect. All right. I appreciate it, bro. Good luck in your fight. April 29th, right?
Yep, April 29th.
April 29th, Cage Wars 52. I said that shit 150 times right now, so you'd think I would know it. But that sums it up for this episode of Talk Smack with Mac MMA. Daniel, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you too, man. Thanks for having me.